Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, this is really not a tutorial video. This is basically, I guess, more of a video kind of blog thing. Let me just tell you this. Y'all know I teach chemistry and physics. Well, this year my principal approached me and told me I would be teaching a pre-calculus class. Well, I told him that that'd be great. I love math. So, he told me that I had a challenge on my hands. It wasn't because of the students. The students are great. I would have a challenge on my hands because he needed me to actually teach this class without any textbooks, because we really didn't have the money. The school didn't have the budget to get new textbooks, but we really needed the class taught. And I said, hey, I can do that, no problem. And he said, really? I said, yeah. I said, all I need is a computer lab, or some time in a computer lab with my class, and I could teach the entire class online. So he's like, well, how are you going to do that? What? I said, well, you remember I've been preaching about Khan Academy for about five or 6 years now. He's like, yeah. I said, I want to teach it using Khan Academy. And he's like, oh, okay then. He says, like, go and get signed up for the computer lab at the school. So that's what I did. Well, then I had a challenge on my hands. I had to think about how to come up with a grading scale to grade the kids, because if you really understand Khan Academy does not have a grading scale. It has a system where students are able to work at their own pace, but they're not pushed to finish certain topics within a certain amount of time. So that's where working at your own pace comes into play. So as a teacher, I had to decide how I was going to come up with a grading scale. Well, at the time, I noticed that Kon had roughly 508, just a little over 500 modules. And I really went through his listing, Sal Khan's listing of all the different subjects, the different subject matters and the content matter in his entire knowledge map of mathematics, and realized that a lot of it was, pre-calculus, basically algebra 1, algebra 2, and geometry, basic math. Well, most students need those skill sets anyway, so I decided to try to figure out how many master skills or how many mastered modules would be required for a particular grade in the class. So I sat down and I thought about it. I wanted to make sure that whatever I put down would be attainable. I did not want to make the class unattainable where students would fail and not find success, because that would be, a disgrace to Khan Academy, because Khan Academy is designed to build success. So I did just that. Now, what I decided to do was, since Kon had 508 master skill sets at the time, I looked through there and I decided, since I'm teaching a pre-calculus class, I would just throw out all of the calculus. Well, when I did that, I noticed that there was still quite a bit of statistics and things like that. And then I started thinking, well, all my students are going to be at different spots, so that's definitely differentiation. That's personalized learning for the learner, for the student, which is great and can be great for me, because it allows me to work with each student whenever they get stuck, if they are not getting it from watching Sal's video, or if the school's internet's kind of slow and the videos aren't loading. I can sit and work one-on-one, because sometimes some students still like that one-on-one interaction with each other and the teacher. So anyway, I decided to come up with a grading scale, and this was the grading scale that I came up with, because I really wanted my students to work on and repair their skill sets, their basic skill sets. So this is what I came up with. Okay, as you can see, I just took a screenshot of my students. I did blank out their names here. This is what I did. Since my school is based, it's basically on 6 weeks semesters, meaning 12-week semesters, 3 of them. We're on a tri-semester system. So 6 weeks is the first tri-semester. And 6 weeks and 6 weeks again is either the second trimester or the third trimester. So, with that being said, I have 24 weeks of math to teach them. So I came up with this. I told my students that if they could basically, sorry I went away, master 139 skill sets within the first 6 weeks, that they would have 100 average. Because what I would do is I would grade how many master skill sets they had done out of 139. So then I said, well, surely they can do another 139 modules pretty easily. So I said, if they get that done, then that's great. That will be the next 6 weeks. So if they could get that done for the first trimester, sorry, I'm just using my mouse because my phone is being charged on my Bamboo tablet's USB cord. The first semester, okay, the first 12 weeks, we'll call it that, the first 12 weeks. Okay. Yes, all with the mouse. All with the mouse. Okay, as you can tell. But anyway, after that, I really had a challenge to try to figure out what would be sensible and what would not be insane. So I came up with 373. And if you ask me how I did that, I just rationalized about how many skills were still left and how many they could work on. Well, if you look, maybe I need to adjust this just a little bit, but it looks like I'm going to have more than likely these students for sure, right in here for sure. All these guys right here and ladies earn 100 average in my precalculus class by the 12 weeks. I mean, these 4 gentlemen or 4 ladies here are just flying through. Okay, even these guys or ladies here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And I know that's kind of unheard of, but you got to remember, if the students are not being successful and they do not understand their early skill sets, they're going to have these holes like Sal Kon talked about. So I think it's great. Now, I have noticed this. My students get annoyed with me when I start chanting at them, Kon, 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 Kon. They don't really find humor in that, but I try to find humor in that. So, Kon, Kon, Kon. But anyway, I hope Sal appreciated that. But like I said, I think it's good. But the thing is, since this is my first time implementing Kon into my high school and using it solely as a class, yes, I'm still the teacher. I'm still going around and helping those students that get stuck and everything, besides the ones that watch the videos. I notice that they tend to gain more success. I notice that my students will interact with each other and work with each other and help each other, and then when they all get frustrated in a small little group and they're trying to help each other, that's when they will call to me and they defer to me and they ask for help. But anyway, I at least wanted to make a video because I've not seen any other teachers talk about Kon really in a sense where instead of flipping the classroom, meaning taking the teacher and basically replacing it and the teacher just acting as a role model and a coach sense, I have tried to allow Kon to be the main educator in the classroom and myself as an assistant, basically a person that just helps the student. I assist them when they get stuck. I help get them over that hump. And it really has allowed me to concentrate solely on a specific child's need. Okay, so it allows me to see where they're struggling. Now, Kon also has the software to do that. But I just wanted to show this to everyone. That way, if you're a student and your teacher is doing this, and you're like, hey, we do more skills than that, maybe you can tell me. That way I can help my students. Maybe I've set my expectations too low. Like I said, this is the first time I tried, so I didn't want to overload my students. So I guess that's why I chose the numbers that I did. But Yet again, I told them that if there was just one student in my class that would go ahead and do all of Kon's modules, all of his skill sets, and master all of them at the end of the year, I would give the entire class a pizza party on me. I would buy all the pizza because that would be an exceptional. And trust me, just getting 468 skills mastered, that in itself is awesome. So sorry I talk with my hands a lot and everything, but I've really never looked at the camera and talked to the camera this long, so I'll probably have rambled quite a bit. But I just want to hear from other teachers that are using Kon. I want to hear from users out there that have been away from school for so long and they're using Kon, and what they think I should do as an educator. And the reason why I'm asking what you think I should do as an educator is maybe, even though I went to college and I took all these education classes, sometimes the educators do not always think of every little thing. So maybe you might be that one person out there that can actually help roll that ball even more and basically help assist teachers like me who are really interested in educating our youth. So give me a holler and leave me some comments, and good luck to everyone using Kon. One more time before y'all leave. Kon, 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 Kon. All right. Y'all have a great day.